Hello everyone, welcome to this session on debit and credit. So in this session, we try to understand the modern rules of debits and credits. Debit and credit plays an important role in financial accounting, and it is really very important for the business students to understand the implications of business transactions using the debit credit rules on business. Therefore, this session is designed in such a manner so that you should be able to understand the intricacies of debits and credits, and consequently the student or the business student should be able to relate the implications of different business transactions on the business in terms of asset, liabilities, income, expenses, and then their implications of different decision making related to business. So, before we begin, let's first understand the accounting equation, which is asset is equals to liabilities plus owner's equity. So in this equation, there are three aspects. First is asset, then the liability, and then the equity. So let's start from liabilities first. So liabilities are basically the sources of funds in business. So like in liabilities, we have loans payable, the loans that the business has to pay. So it is the kind of sources of fund for the business. Similarly, the creditors to whom the business will pay at the later stage. So currently it is also the source of fund. Similarly, the bills that are payable in any business. So currently they are also the sources of fund because it is to be paid at later stage. Similarly, the bank overdraft, where the amount has been withdrawn from the bank as sources of fund in the current scenario, and then it is to be paid at later stage, and etc. So the idea is that the liability plays an important role as sources of fund in the business. The second important source of fund is owner's equity, where we have capital invested, the capital that the stakeholders or the owners of the business invest into the business. So that is the owner's equity. Then retained earnings, retained profits. There are certain profits which are earned by the business, but they are retained in the business and they're not paid in the form of dividend to the shareholders based upon the dividend policy. So that is also the part of owner's equity. Then drawings is the amount which is withdrawn by the owner for the personal use. So it is deducted from the owner's equity. Then the other important parts are certain reserves. So the reserves are also integral constituents of the owner's equity. So owner's equity and liability jointly forms the sources of fund for the business. So once the business raises the fund using loans payable, creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft, and the capital invested, retained earnings, reserves and surpluses, then those funds are invested in the business, are utilized in the business to have cash and the funds at the bank. Similarly, those funds will be utilized to purchase the furniture, equipments, computer, any other asset, tangible or intangible. Then receivables, they are also the kind of asset. Inventory and stock, that is also utilized using the funds raised by liabilities and owner's equity. Now, after understanding this accounting equation, so in this equation, how this equation plays an important role in business, let's understand this first. When the asset increases, one asset increases, maybe the other asset would be getting decreased so that the equation is balanced. Sometimes situation will be such when the asset increases, the liability would also be increasing so that the equation is balanced. When one liability increases, another liability decreases. That will also create a situation where the equation will be balanced and we can easily understand the impact of the transactions on the business health. So that is which is the beauty of this accounting equation, and it's connect with the debit credit rules of double entry system. So it tells that there will be the dual effect of every transaction with the equal amount so that the accounting equation gets balanced. So now let's understand the debit credit rules. So in current accounting, we based upon the type of account, we see whether this account type increases or decreases, and accordingly we will decide that it is to be represented using debit notion or credit notion. So there are 6 major account types: asset, expense, drawings, liability, capital, and income. So let's understand these rules one by one, so that there is no need to just it will be very easy for you to learn and understand them, and they will be there in your permanent memory, so that you can always recall them for business decision making in accounts and financial accounting. So the let's say asset. So asset, when increases, we will say debit. So debit is just a notion. So what is it? When asset increases, we will say debit. When asset decreases, we will say credit. Similarly, when expense increases, we will say debit. And when expense decreases, we will say credit. So expense is, let's say, rent. When rent, we pay the rent, expense increases, we debit. And when we don't pay the rent, liability increases, we will say that it is credited, right? Similarly, asset increases. So when we buy the furniture, so asset increases, debit, and similarly the other asset, cash, decreases, credit. Let's understand the another account, drawings. When drawings, which is the personal expense of the owner, which he withdraws from the business. So when the drawing increases, it is like expense, so debit. When decreases, credit, right? When drawing increases, debit. When decreases, credit. Now let's understand the fourth category of important account type, that is liability. So when liability increases, we credit. When liability increases, we credit. Bills payable is the liability. When bills payable increases, we will credit it. Similarly, the another very important account type is capital. So when capital increases, we credit. Capital is the liability of the business towards the owners of the business. So when the capital increases, we credit. The another important account type is income. So when the income increases, we credit. Income is revenue. So when income increases, we credit. So this is, and when income decreases, we debit. So in a nutshell, we must understand, when asset increases, debit. When decreases, credit. When expense increases, debit. When decreases, credit. When drawing increases, debit. When decreases, credit. When liability decreases, debit. When increases, credit. When capital decreases, debit. When increases, credit. When income decreases, debit. When income increases, credit. So we can understand this in the form of click: credit the liabilities, income and capital, and debit the expense, asset and drawings. So that is the base of journal entries and understanding the business transactions and their impact on the health of the business.